Hey everybody, how you guys doing?
What's going on?
Yo, yo.
All right. This is Galaxy Jams joining you on this wonderful Tuesday evening hanging out. Over here we got Mike, Mahgerefteh.
Hello. What's going on?
We got Nate, Sax.
Yo,
We got
guys.
Kai, Tomas.
What's going on?
And got me, who's EJ. I hope you guys are doing well.
EJ.
EJ.
Yeah, my line's not working. Oh well, who cares? Alrighty. So what you guys been doing? What you guys been up to? What's been going on since last Tuesday?
I saw Tame Impala at the Hampton Coliseum.
How was that?
Seeing a show in there is always like magical. You kind of feel like you're going to church because you're in like this gigantic room. You know what I mean?
It's a great hometown venue for us.
Oh yeah, it's definitely. It's like a national destination, right?
Yeah.
And first of all, their light show, like I felt like it was like blowing my eyeballs out. You know what I mean? Like I've seen really good light shows from bands, and that was definitely top 3 light shows I've ever seen.
Didn't you say it was like $1 million light? It had to have been like $1 million setup.
They had with the tour, there was like 4 tour buses and like 5 semis that like were parked in the back of the venue.
Mostly lights, probably.
Yeah, I saw
Definitely.
them. I saw them at the National before they did all that big budget show stuff. They were just a rock band with some cool lights, and they were great just like that. But I think with their recent popularity. Oh, there I am. We had the lights. We had hit the lights here for you.
Oh my God, that's what you look like.
After recent popularity or rise in popularity and all these hit songs, I think they just have the budget to go full blast, and that's cool to see a band do that. And then there's like confetti everywhere, or there's lasers, or Flaming Lips used to do a big show like that every night.
It reminded me
Stuff
a
like that.
lot of Flaming Lips production, where it's kind of like an all-out, psychedelic trip experience. And even like the beginning of the show was like so trippy. He had this like really psychedelic intro, and like for example, I don't know if you guys saw, but he's like his tour.
Kevin Parker.
Yeah, Kevin Parker. Essentially, like the whole tour has like a theme where it's like looking like medicine, and it's like he's a doctor, and it's like
pharmaceutical
It looks like he's
thing.
peddling a drug called Rushium or something like that, because the album is called the Slow Rush
Slow
tour.
Rush, yeah.
Right. So for example, their merch booth, all the people selling merch had like white lab coats on, and they looked
that's
like
cool.
they were like.
Selling you some
And,
drugs.
and outside the venue, they had this giant, like, empty pill bottle that, like, had the, ingredients that look like government ingredient type of deal.
That's very Pink Floyd of them,
Yeah.
Like when Pink Floyd did tours, like for Animals, they had like the flying pigs and
Right.
like all sorts of stuff that would show up in your hometown when Pink Floyd arrives.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's a really cool PR kind of thing.
They used to have the flying blimp. It was like a
Yeah.
blimp, that would fly around town.
Or some of the characters from The Wall would come out and it's like a big puppet or like very big productions and a concept. That's a cool thing to see in a band.
Oh, yeah.
So.
yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah, I, on the other hand, did not get to see Tame Impala because I was playing music all weekend. So,
Where were you playing at? Where'd you play at?
I played at Big Ugly Brewing, which is one of my favorite spots. That's the hats I wear a lot are from Big Ugly. Shout out to them. That's in Chesapeake. I played at Cactus Jack's at the oceanfront during the little Shamrock Marathon thing. So, and then I was at Tradition Brewing, and then Sunday I was at Red Bones.
Dang.
So
it's gig after gig.
and I worked at Guitar Center. So it was a big weekend for me. I had a blast though. It was fun. Thank you to everybody who came and tipped me, because that's like I get to drive home with some gas in my tank.
It's the lifeblood.
Yeah. What about you, Kai? What'd you do this weekend?
I just taught a whole lot of self-defense classes all weekend long. So I didn't get to do a whole lot of music stuff. Although I did bring my brand new synth in, the Modal Cobalt 8, which you can see right over here.
Ooh.
So I've been practicing with that a little bit. I got to bring it over to a friend's house yesterday.
So
and
that's a
try it out.
synth engine, and that's going into the iPad, or
So it's a synth engine that's going into the keyboard, or the keyboard
the
sending
Juno.
MIDI to that, which is then connected to the tablet, which just lets me choose stuff. And then
yeah.
it's going into this, which is also new, which is the same thing you have, the TC Helicon.
Voice Live 3, baby.
Yeah, that thing is awesome.
TC Helicon makes good stuff, and
Yeah.
I've had that piece of equipment for years, and it taught me how to loop. And it's weird when you like owe a little bit of gratitude towards a inanimate object like a
Yeah.
pedal, but it really shaped me as a player, the Voice Live 3. So
And we haven't even touched the vocal stuff yet.
Yeah.
That it's incredible what it can do.
so Kai and I are gonna have to go over the manual again and get into it.
Get sponsored by TC Helicon.
Yeah. Speaking of that, if you guys are in the chat and want a sticker, just message us on Facebook or Instagram. Or on Twitch. Can people message us on Twitch? I don't know.
think they can DM
I'm
you,
new
right?
to Twitch,
Yeah, maybe.
but if you guys say some stuff in the chat and you're cool, we will send you a sticker.
What did you do this weekend, EJ?
I did nothing.
That sounds fun.
No, I went out and did a bunch of we went and got some stuff from Lowe's. It's like one of those kinds of things.
What are you building
Sounds
something?
so riveting.
We got. I'm gonna go into it then. All
Okay,
right.
let's do it.
Yeah, paint the picture of you going to Lowe's.
Well, we went to Lowe's to get these fences so that our dogs will keep out of the flower beds.
Oh, okay.
Interesting, right?
Wow, you are officially domesticated.
Oh, I've been domesticated for a while, my
I
friend.
love it.
And so that's what we
So
did.
the dogs are a nuisance, huh?
They just get in and mess it all up, and
Kick the flowers around.
yeah, and like Ellie will pull the flowers out and throw them around, and
That's savage.
yeah, roots and all. So when you spend that much money, you gotta spend more money to keep them out
It's
of
like
it.
it's not even Valentine's Day and there's a bouquet of flowers on the back porch.
With
That's
roots.
right.
What's happening? Yeah, with the roots
Actually,
and dirt.
I have a funny photo. I'll show it to you guys real quick here.
Yeah, and Lowe's, shout out to Lowe's. We're looking to get sponsored by them at some point, so we can
Shout out to Amazon.
So
Let's
we
get
can-
sponsored
yeah,
by them too.
By the Bezos.
so we can build a bigger studio inside this studio. I don't know how that works, but we're gonna do it with
bigger
Ant-Man
one
technology.
inside.
Well, I want to let everyone watching this know that we do have another space that we could potentially be moving into. So hopefully, if you guys are very generous with helping to support this channel, then we can definitely make that move to have more space and more room for activities.
So here's an idea.
Lots
It's
of
her
activity.
sitting
Nice.
in the plants. She likes to sit
Very
in the plants.
conspicuously.
And then she
She knew you
Yeah.
were watching. That's why she wasn't tearing shit up.
lays in the plants.
Oh, she's cute.
Yeah.
I think her and Ruby would get along. My family's dog. They look similar, kind of.
Yeah, like a hound dog.
Is she like
type
a
mix.
beagle?
She's a hound mix.
A hound
yeah.
mix.
A walker hound mix.
Does she have the hound bark, like that howl bark?
Yeah, she'll start baying and stuff
Oh,
like that.
man,
She
they all
whines all the
get that.
time. It's true. Hound dogs whine all the time, like in the
Yeah,
song.
they hound you,
They do.
and they never caught a rabbit, and they ain't no friend of mine.
That's right. Ain't no friend. No, she's cool. I like her.
But hopefully, because of Lowe's, she won't be catching flowers anymore either. So,
Right.
yeah, let us know how you guys are doing in the chat as well, and let us know about your day.
And weekend.
We'll respond.
Also, did you guys know it's the third day of spring officially?
Third day.
Third day of spring.
Is that why there's so many peeps at the grocery store?
Are there a lot of peeps already?
Yes.
Easter is
Easter
coming
peeps.
through.
We're going to do a whole peep snack review next time, I think. Not
Oh,
this time,
nice.
but next time.
What are we doing this time?
This time we've got some spicy snacks to see if they really are truly spicy, and some of them are like a good combo of flavors. So
Hope you guys brought your drinks and water.
yeah, and at the end we're gonna try Turkey Hill's mystery flavor ice cream to cool it all down.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fish flavored, isn't it?
No, I looked at the ingredients and it doesn't look like any weird stuff in there. It looks
Fish
pretty
oil.
pretty normal.
It's our Turkey Hill, mystery flavor of throw up.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Turkey
really-
Hill's like a weird name for ice cream too. Like whenever I saw it as a kid, like turkey on the ice cream
Right.
thing throws me off, but it's a good brand.
Yeah, it's
I
not
mean,
bad.
It's not doesn't taste like they should have a turkey flavor, like Turkey Hill turkey
Thanksgiving,
flavored
that's just
Gravy flavor.
Thanksgiving
it's just
stuffing.
mashed potatoes and gravy instead of ice cream and caramel.
Yeah, something like that.
Whoa.
I think that would go over well. Jenny's ice cream actually has an everything bagel flavored ice cream.
Have you had it?
No, and it's very expensive and it's like very controversial. So of course I want it.
Yeah.
know
But I just haven't gotten it yet. But
I know
will.
there's a macaroni and cheese flavored one. I haven't tried that though.
Yeah, it was like macaroni and cheese,
Is
but
that
that's
Jen-
not Jenny's
that's not
though.
Jenny's.
It's something
Kraft.
else. Kraft has an
Yeah.
ice cream. Yeah, I saw that mac and cheese ice cream. I don't know, man. You just got to try it.
We got to bring it in.
We gotta
Alright.
get that shit.
Well, I'm very excited to start getting ready to play music. You guys ready?
Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead
Let's
and
do it.
Oh man.
What do we got in the chat?
A whole lot of awesome nothing. Woo! Hey guys, welcome back to Galaxy Jams. My name's Mike. We got Mr. EJ Toudt on the bass. We got Mr. Tomas on the keyboard.
What's up, guys?
And we got Mr. Nate Sachs on the synthesizer and the guitar. We are so happy to be here, guys, and welcome to another episode. That was a fun jam, right?
I like the two keyboard things, or the thing going on there with that. The two keyboard things. That just sounded so professional. No, the Arturia Micro Freak, which I used a couple of shows ago, and it's been a while since I busted it back out. It just has some great tones in it, and then you're like messing around with it like a scientist in a laboratory, you know? And I think that's the fun part right there. So, thank you, Arturia, for making awesome stuff, and Roland, too, of course.
Yeah, well, I was doing the same thing, mad scientisting the modal synth over here. So this is the first time it's in the wild, so it's just kind of cool to play some knobs.
I think we just basically wrote a video game soundtrack.
It sounded like an original Sonic the Hedgehog level. Or something. It was pretty cool.
I wasn't mad at it.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I think that like one of the things I like the most about coming in here is like every time that we're doing it, it's like it's so crazy how new but like not new at the same time in terms of how comfortable I feel being here, you know what I mean? And it's awesome because like I feel like each of us can just kind of do whatever we want like at the same exact time. You know what I mean? Like I feel like at any time I can do whatever I want. You know what I mean? It seems like all you guys can do whatever you want to at the same time. It's great.
Yeah. And working out the tempos we worked out a tempo, and you can set the tempo in the synth. So that makes the arpeggios work magic,
That's the first time I've ever used the arpeggiator with the drums.
And it actually worked.
It actually worked. It's just crazy.
It's easy to let it get away from you. Who's talking at the top?
8-Bit Boba says, don't forget to introduce Pluto, too. I see him over on Nate's setup. Got to introduce Pluto.
I won
Hi,
Pluto.
Cassie.
Hey, Cassie. I won Pluto at Red Bones when I played there. They have a crane machine, and I got like 5 stuffed animals, actually.
5
You didn't get
Plutos.
it for me.
But, the Pluto, he was hanging on for a while, and then he fell a few times. I think I know how to put him on here, but I'm rocking out, so he falls. If he falls, it's okay. He's soft. He's going to be fine.
Yeah. So, something I was thinking about is like I got this Facebook, memory, right, where how it reminds you of either really happy or really sad events, depending on how often you post. And I got a memory from 10 years ago, 2012. And I was thinking, man, like, what a different person. I mean, I didn't know you, EJ, right? I didn't even know you. Maybe I met you.
Maybe, I don't know.
I think I might have seen you at that point once on stage, and I didn't really give it that much thought after that, other than your band was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I knew of Nate, but I don't think we were friends.
Well, I mean, we've known each other since
since we're a long time.
since elementary
and
school.
I definitely didn't know Kai.
Yeah.
So Kai
When was that?
in 2012. So we're talking 10 years
So
ago.
what were you saying in 2012? Sorry,
I was
I
just
missed that
saying
part.
something came up, and I was thinking about how different my life was in 2012 and like my direction and like how I thought, things were going and stuff like that.
10 years, yeah.
Right, exactly. So, Nate, what were you like when you think about yourself 10 years ago? Like, what was that Nate all about?
Well, I just graduated college in 2011, so I was fresh off that. That was cool. I went to ODU for music, so I was like trying to figure out how to keep. I started gigging like the year before professionally. Got my first gigs. Still had a band called The Void. That's like some of my best friends, Mike Lehman from Booster and Mitchell Warrench, who was in The Deems, which is a great band. They were from Harrisonburg. So, I mean, my life's been about music this entire time, but it was about different music and different people back then. And I miss a lot of them. But, things just don't work out sometimes, and people go on their other journeys. But, yeah, so back in 2012, that's what I was doing. I think I was playing with Reckless Passengers, too, which was my band at the time also. So.
What about you, Kai? What were you doing 10 years ago?
I was still at ODU at that time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I graduated in 2013, but I was also doing music. I was playing with the original iteration of Suburban Sunday, the original people in that. So Helene and Rayner and Evans, shout out to you guys. But Mike and Tori still in the band, still doing it. We were just playing different music, and I was under a lot of, I wouldn't call them disillusions, but I didn't understand the music industry. So I was kind of like, man, I'm going to make it, with this like little band or whatever. And of course now I understand it so much more, and there's so much more to it.
Maybe if it was Suburban Friday.
Yeah.
You know,
everybody would show up,
day.
or Suburban Saturday,
Or Rural Tuesday, I think it was better.
Rural, urban.
Rural.
Yeah, but it was definitely a different time. My goals were pretty much the same. I still want to do music professionally. I was I was teaching at that point.
Were you a certified badass back then, or is that new?
I had just started becoming that, but I've been doing that since I was a kid, like doing all the martial arts stuff.
Yeah.
But that was when I started understanding how to actually start teaching people on my own, and I just started making a name for myself doing that then. But yeah, how about you, EJ? What were you doing in 2012?
That's the year that I gave up on life. No, I'm just kidding.
This is going sour real fast.
Well. No, I was playing in the Kill Circuit. We started, can't remember what year we started that, but playing there, doing the more like hard rock thing. I guess what you call it, more post-modern rock or whatever it is. And also I was working and creative directing a magazine.
Distinction.
Yeah, Distinction.
Oh,
That was
nice.
a great magazine.
which you've won a bunch of national awards for, right?
Yeah, some national and regional and
Whoa.
mid-area, what do you call it, mid-Atlantic regional
Mid-Atlantic.
awards.
That's awesome.
What is Distinction like? What was the subject?
It was basically kind of a lifestyle magazine geared a little bit more towards like aspiration, kind of luxury stuff. But I don't want to say luxury because it's not like we did stuff on just like
It was
watches all the
bougie.
time.
I mean, it was like
Food.
high-end whiskey and food and stuff.
And people making stuff,
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
artisanal
stuff.
things.
I
Good.
think we were doing the magazine before the word bespoke came out and was used a lot. And
It was
we
a-
went through that and then got rid of that as well.
It was a beautiful magazine. I just
Yeah,
want to say,
very well
I
done.
always loved it. It was great.
How do you use the word bespoke? What is that?
Bespoke is like custom, basically.
Oh, okay.
It's just a bougier word for custom.
I also forgot that in 2012, I think that was the year I won the C-level songwriting competition, which
Oh,
was
that's cool.
was a big pinnacle in my writing career because I was kind of like I've always written songs, but it's taken a while for them to get good,
Right.
And that festival, which was done by the Tidewater Arts Outreach program, which is still around, they put on that festival a couple of years, and I did it a couple of years in a row, and I would get runner up or didn't win. So I kept trying really hard to make good songs, not just for the contest, but like I just feel like that contest made me it awakened something inside of me. So I'm really grateful for that.
You said you won that one,
And I won in 2012.
What
finally.
what was the name of the song that won that?
Well, it's kind of funny. It was you played one song, and then if you got through to the second round, you would play your second song. So my first song was called Petty Monsters, which turned into Pretty Monsters later, which is on my album Oh No. But it was like in the early iterations of that song, and that got me through because it has some punchy lyrics and a cool form. And then I went to the second round, and I played the song called The Hard Goodbye, which is like a ballad. It's kind of a heartfelt song. It's got some funny lines in it too. It's kind of a breakup song, The Hard Goodbye, and it just won everybody over, and I was ecstatic to win. It was an honor, and I actually acted as a pre-show judge a couple years in a row after that. So I was listening to the applications after that.
It's really cool.
Which was really cool. I was part of this community with Tidewater Arts Outreach, and I met a lot of cool people through it. So that was actually a big year for me, 2012, when I really think about it.
As a musician, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take over EJ's thing. It was but I just forgot about that until now.
I was done. I wasn't doing anything else.
EJ didn't do anything else except create the most beautiful magazine Virginia had ever seen.
I want to know who Mike was in 2012, because Mike in 2022, everybody knows Mike's brand. I want to know Mike's brand 2012.
Man, so first of all, I should not be expected to remember anything that happened from the years 2009 and 2015. So let's just get that straight, okay? That was when I think I played at the Norva 2 or 3 times at that point, and we started, having little festivals hit me up, and I was doing the band full on then, that was when I was starting to play all the time. I started the band in 2010, but then it was like about a year later, that's when we got our first Norva show, and then that's when we started playing like in Richmond and stuff like that. And I think we got our first Richmond show like in 2011. But, I was, riding in a van, and I was doing Galaxy Dynamite things, and I was tagging everyone on Facebook, and, I was doing it like that. I think that was before I lost my first guitar player. So things were good. You know what I mean? Things were
Lost
good.
him.
Yeah, I kicked him out.
I thought he got lost in the couch and y'all never found him again.
I kicked him out because he.
You're talking about Cheeseburger, right?
Yeah, Kevin, because he was,
Kevin.
Not at that point.
Cheeseburger.
It was not, doing a band full time is hard when you don't have support system, and my parents weren't funding me, but I didn't think that if this failed I'd be like homeless, right? And so he had that fear, right? And it's hard because the more you're doing touring band, the more you got to commit to it. And when you're first starting, you're not making a lot of money, and it's kind of like you're chasing like it's that question, right? Every year that passes, like, why am I doing this? Is it worth it? Do I still want to keep doing this, right? And so, that's why he left, is because he just had a lot of pressure from other parts of his life, and he just didn't have room to do that band. And so it's like that, right? And I don't blame him.
Happens. It's a tale as old as time.
Yeah.
I don't blame anybody for not being in any band ever.
It's hard.
You know what I mean?
It's really hard.
I don't blame anyone for leaving for any reason. I mean, it's really hard.
All right. No, I'm just kidding.
That's why
I'll blame you.
That's why I'm in 6 bands. So when one burns to the ground, I still got 5 left. It's great.
Only 6?
Only 6.
Jeez.
No, I'm in 4 or 5 bands. Right now some of them are active and some of them aren't, but we're still planning on doing things.
Your set list,
that kind of stuff. Yeah. This show is from Galaxy Dynamite, which when did I join that? 2018 or 17?
It was 2017.
Yeah.
He did it before because we did the first Starfire in 2017, and then
after that,
you played the second Starfire.
And I met
right?
you guys in 2018, I think, so you were already a part of it.
It was in 2017.
No, you met me. No, okay, because you. I was dating Megan. Megan never went to Starfire, and I met you after I started dating Megan.
So it was 18, right?
No, I met you in May. I started dating Megan in May 2019, which means I met you probably June, July
2019.
It's only been that long. It feels like I've known you
I feel like you're my brother.
I've definitely only known you for 3 years almost now.
There's been so many shows and parties we've all been to that I'm kind of like, man, it just seems like a long time.
We're woven, together. But before that, I was just doing the Life Hacks, and then Mike asked me to cover for Eric. And the rest is history. We've been playing music for a couple of years now, and it's just been an awesome ride. We had some good shows back before COVID hit and everything. We had some great shows.
It's so weird because, okay, when I lost my guitar player, I said, I want this one guy, and if I don't get this guy, I'm not going to do the band because I don't want to do the band with some schmo I don't know. So then that guy said yes, and then when I lost him, there was another guy that I was like, okay, I'm only going to do it if Eric does it, right? And then Eric could do it, and then I lost Sam, and I said, I'm only going to do it. Like, when Sam quit, Nate, literally, imagine us, sitting at the kitchen, and Sam quit, and I'm looking at him, he says he quit, and I said, okay, I'm going to call EJ Toudt right now, and if EJ, if he picks up and he says he wants to do it, then I'll keep doing it, and if he doesn't want to do it, then I'm
crazy.
done.
That's
right.
awesome.
And then I did that with you, too, because when I lost Eric, you can ask EJ, I said, I'm only going to do it if Nate Sachs can do it. If he can't do it, I'm just not going to do it anymore.
Oh,
so it was like that,
That's
it was
so
like every
cute.
time I just happened to get the guy I wanted.
You're so desperate.
So who's now? Who now are you looking at?
Yeah.
What? No,
Who's
I
next?
got Kai in the
Who's
band.
next?
Now he's got
I
Kai.
I don't know anyone that
Who's
I would
next?
want to seriously try and play music with like that. You know what I mean?
And then you were talking about Starfire. Do you want to tell us, the audience about that a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, sure. So Starfire Festival is an
Yeah.
event that me and EJ have done in the past. He's given me the look, don't worry. It's an event that me and EJ have done in the past where it is essentially a blend between a classic psychedelic American camp-out music festival with all the mysticism that comes with it, with video game and cosplay convention. And so, we would like to do it again. And why don't we just leave it at that, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think that it's great. It's a great concept. So if you guys like cosplay and stuff like that, maybe be on the lookout. I don't know. I don't have any information either. I signed an NDA, and
I know that if it ever happens again, I'm
damn
gonna want to go. That sounds like fun.
Kai and I signed NDAs, but we didn't read them, so now we can't talk about anything.
We don't know what's gonna get us sued or not. So
yeah.
Like I got my lawyer on speed dial, and
He's
so
calling
do
me
you
right
guys,
now.
just in case you can call him.
Better
and
call
see.
Saul.
Right.
When you guys have lost instrumentalists, so the first time that happened to me, I was super sensitive about it. I was like, wow, it's all failing and falling apart. Not realizing that you go through a lot of different people, to get to the product, the end
It's
product.
like breaking up with a girlfriend.
It really did
know?
feel like that the first time.
Yeah. I think it always feels like that, to be honest.
Have you guys ever had to have like horrible like American Idol-esque like
Rehearsal
auditions afterwards, and it's
auditions.
just like a shit show? Like,
Oh yeah.
Like what is some of the worst ones you remember?
Oh, it was really early on, I guess. More so than later, because you end up knowing a bunch of people, and you start asking people that you've admired and that have broken up in their own bands and stuff like that, or you just kind of get better. But in the early formations of bands, it would just be a lot of crazy stuff. I can tell I don't know if it's an audition, but the weirdest thing I ever had happen in a band was that this guy named, I'm going to name him, I don't care. This was in my first band in college, and his name was Monroe Coon. What a great name is that, right? He was our drummer.
Monroe Coon.
Monroe Coon. And the weirdest thing is that we were supposed to play a kind of like a festival, and when you kind of get invited to something that's kind of like a festival. When I'm saying kind of like a festival, it
I've
wasn't
been
an official
there.
festival, but it was like Elizabeth City's like rock out concert or whatever, and you're part of like 7-8 bands.
City function.
And there's
something like
19 drum kits.
Right. And it's it probably would have been terrible, but we had been practicing for it, and we had planned on it and stuff like that, and we were loading the van to go to Elizabeth City. It was when I was in Greenville, North Carolina, and we were all stoked and amped about it and stuff like that. And then we get a call from Monroe Coon. This is the last time we talked to Monroe Coon, and we sold his drum set. Because he pissed us off so bad. He calls up and says, "Hey man," and he did sound like that, and went right with Monroe Coon voice, right? He's like, "Hey man, I can't make the show." And we're like, "What happened to you, man? You get in a car wreck or something?" "No, I gotta mow my grandmother's grass."
He's gonna get a whooping.
He got a whipping from us because we're just like, "Are you freaking kidding me, man? Like,
That's
what
hilarious.
are you talking about? Like, we're loading equipment." And
That is-
yeah, man. I have to mow my grandmother. Said that is the sorriest ass excuse I've ever heard for anything. Mowing your grandmother's
I'm
grass.
gonna use that to get out
I
of.
did have
And so we kicked him out of the band
And you sold his drum
and
set.
sold his drum set.
I want to get out of dinner
That
parties
day.
with that one.
that's great.
Yeah.
I gotta mow my mama's
I had a
grass.
moment, and I'm not gonna name the person because they're out there in the Facebook world. I went to high school with this person, and they're a good guitarist. I got to play a cool show with them and I'm getting too specific now, but at Elevation 27. But good guy, plays guitar well. Invited him to Righteous Few practice, or like an audition for the Righteous Few before I got Nate Levine to play guitar. He was supposed to show up. We were going to have our first practice with 4 people ever, which was exciting. Didn't show up. Didn't call.
No call, no show.
No call, no show. Called him, no answer. The next day, he hit me up and was like, "Hey, man, I'm so sorry. Like, I just didn't have a ride. Like, my friend that was supposed to give me a ride, like, he was in Richmond, and it was this whole thing, like, and that was just like, dude, I didn't realize he didn't have a car. So that was like,
Yeah.
big no, I'm
It's a deal
sorry.
breaker.
Yeah, like he's cool, but it was just I couldn't recover from
EJ
that.
the TV.
He could not recover from that. So
That's
no,
no.
yeah,
And then you don't call to tell anybody.
right.
Like that's
Well, I mean, yeah, he left us hanging. But anyways, things like that do happen. A long time ago, like Major and the Mombacks had like tons of auditions with tons of different people because we always had a
You
horn.
had 15 people in the band.
there was 8 people in the band. We had like 4 different trumpet players, I think, or at least 3. we had like 3 different drummers over the time I was in that band, and you know, a lot of the times the auditions would go terribly. Like, the saxophone player would show up, they didn't know the notes. They were like a player that just like kind of played on the side of the street sometimes for money,
Right.
and they could do that, but they couldn't be in a band, you know. And then the awkward part is when you're like, this isn't gonna work out, and you have to tell them, and they're, I don't know, they just have an expectation, and
Yeah.
Can't they tell?
you know,
No,
Well,
some people
can't.
can't. Yeah, some
No,
people
some
can't.
People can't.
Well, there was I do remember another early one where we went over to this guy's house and he had like all this drum equipment and he had like tons of guitars and he had like basses, like, you know, decent stuff. I was like, man, you know, I guess he worked at he was like some kind of like manager at some factory or something. So he had a bunch of money at the time. And so we bought all this stuff but couldn't play at all, but wanted to be in the band.
He wanted the lifestyle. Right?
Yeah, and then he came and he could not even play like 4 chords.
Yeah.
Oh, he probably had
And
some
we're
nice
like-
equipment too.
He had great equipment, but he couldn't play
I
it
actually have a story where I was auditioning for something and it went weird.
at all. Oh.
This is kind of funny. Like, this is a long time ago. I played saxophone with Major. It was around the same time I was playing sax with Major and the Mombacks. I got a call from somebody or something where this band needed a sax player, and they wanted me to come audition at their house, you know. But their house was all the way in Hampton, like, or I think it was even further than that. It was out there. So I told the guy I'd come if he picked me up and took me back to, because he was like gonna, I don't know. I didn't have a good support system at the time with the car or anything, I think, and he needed to pick me up. So he picked me up, took me all the way out to his house. We start playing, and I'm just like not really doing a good job. I felt like I wasn't, and it was very apparent. And the practice was like 5 minutes of just wrong notes, and then he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna give you this CD, and you're gonna have to go listen to this stuff and go learn it, and then we'll talk," you know. And the guy, like, we got in the car, and he drove me all the way home in like silence.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
awkward.
That utter silence.
Yeah.
Was it like you were like, and he was like, no.
No, I mean, no, not like that. It was just like we
No.
didn't really know what to say. We had just met each other. He
Right.
was excited, and I just wasn't a good fit. I mean, I didn't really know the material. First of all, I was just jamming with them. I felt like I wasn't a good fit.
What band was it?
It was just some like cover band that was like these older jazz dudes, you know, that were doing. They were doing like Prince and like Michael Jackson and stuff like that. And I tried my best, but I like could not. It was just a weird, hazy time in my life where I feel like I wasn't the musician I am today, and I was still trying things and you know, meeting people and trying stuff, but.
Yeah.
I was not a shoo-in for that band at that time, you know.
We had because we were so vocal heavy on Suburban Sunday, we would always kind of go through different singers whenever we lost one. And me and Mike, my other Mike, best friend Mike, he and I have been singing since I was like 16, so we do a lot of vocal harmonies. And finding people that can not only sing but can instinctually harmonize in the moment, that's asking for a lot from a lot of people. But people will claim to be able to do it because they sang in church or something one time. And there was a time we went to this girl's house, and I don't know her anymore, so it's whatever. But she talked herself up that she can sing some soul stuff or whatever, and we're like, all right, let's do it. And so right away, Mike is giving me the look, like as soon as she starts singing, he's kind of like trying to be polite, but he's just looking, and I'm like, yeah. She couldn't hit any notes, and she definitely could not harmonize, but she really liked the idea of being a singer, so she's just kind of bopping with us like she's not hitting wrong notes, and we're like, all right. And then so finally Mike like pops a question, and he's like, so how long have you been singing? And she's like, well, I've been singing, you know, since I was a little girl, but, you know, I'm never professionally. And he's like, all right, well, it just sounds like, you know, you're missing a few notes in here and there. And she goes, oh yeah, well, my plan was I was just going to get good with you guys. I was going to learn how to sing, like singing with you guys.
Right.
No.
And we're like, the whole time we're just sitting there, and we're real friendly with her. We kind of like had some rapport with her after that, but then we just left and we're like, nah.
I mean, that's like going to a job and being like, I don't have any experience, but I'm you know, up for the training, which is okay in some instances, you know, that happens. But in music, it's like there's a trust that you have to have.
Yeah.
And if the person can't pass that trust test, like they're a liability.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we gotta get to some music, but before we do, I just want to kind of give you guys this. It's kind of a tragedy. So when my guitar player, the first one that I was talking about, he left the band. And then the next day, I got a phone call from the manager of the Osric Tentacles, who are my favorite band in the world, saying that they were going on a U.S. tour and wanted to take us on 19 shows. And I had to tell them that I couldn't do it because I just lost my guitar player.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my God.
Can you imagine?
Was his name Monroe Kuhn?
Yeah, no. Can you imagine
Monroe.
Can you imagine how upset I was then? It was like my idols, and they were going to take me all around, and I couldn't do it. But, I don't blame the guys.
I mean, you could have just like shined their shoes or something, or like been the snack guy.
You should have just grabbed anybody and been like, "You're coming."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Learn how to play
but the
guitar.
thing is, I was younger, and, like, I didn't...
You should have gotten a time machine and like brought it to this time and got me and EJ to get in it and then go back to that time.
Dude, if I
You would
had
definitely
this...
make it.
If we had this lineup when I started the band, there's no way we wouldn't be, like, it.
Yeah, that it fact.
If only I caught that football, I would have made state.
Right.
All right, let's get it.
I'm gonna.
What do you guys think about doing Reagan?
All right, that was awesome.
It's cool.
That was pretty cool jams there. I really enjoyed that sesh. Hey, Brosit, what's going on, man? You gave us some Flanders, lots of Flanders. I like it.
Who's that?
That's the Brosit.
Hey, the Broset.
Yeah.
The Broset
What's up?
says,
What's up?
Mike, how was Tame Impala, and did any of the guys go with? Nope, I did not go with any of these guys, even though I think they would have found it an amazing show.
I was never asked.
Yeah, I think that they're going to come back and do a tour again, and even if they go to like Philly or something, I would definitely drive and go see that again. It was a lot of
Was
fun.
that good?
Yeah, I mean, have you ever really listened to Tame Impala? He really has at least like 10 really, really good songs. Like
At least 10.
No, yeah.
Is it a
you know
guy
what
or
I
a
mean?
band?
It's one guy. So his name's
It's-
Kevin Parker, and
yeah.
it was like a side project, right? And then his side project just got really big, and it's literally just him.
There
but
is a band.
when he plays live,
Right.
But they pretty much like just do what he tells them to do.
He records all the albums himself,
Oh, okay.
drums and everything. And when he was first starting, they were doing like tours and stuff. And his band was actually a lot of members from the band Pond, which is another Australian psych rock band. So if you watch a lot of the early sessions, you'll see like the lead singer from Pond plays with him, and it's this like collective of psychedelic rockers in Australia. And now they're like Tame Impala and like King Gizzard are kind of
the two
you know.
Aussie psych bands.
yeah, they're almost like Rolling Stones and Beatles for Aussie psych.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's how I look
Yeah.
at it. But yeah, Tame Impala, great show. I think I liked their old stuff when it was like super rocky and like kind of filtery garage rock psych with I don't know, just a lot of cool. They had some instrumental passages in their old albums, and I think that he kind of laid into the pop aspect of his music as it got really popular, and it really strengthened his career over time. Having these radio-ready pop songs with his style on it, it's really cool. If you haven't heard it, check it out, Kai. Seriously, and all you guys out there, Tame Impala, we've reacted to one of their songs, right?
And I liked it. Yeah, I liked the one we reacted to.
It was a B-side, Rarity.
It was a Be Real, right?
I do believe so. Yeah, it was Be Real.
Yeah, and it was something left over from the Slow Rush release that we reacted to, which we do on Sundays.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be at the next one, but hopefully the one after that I'll be back.
All right.
But you guys had Nate Levine from Paper Aliens last time.
We did. That was a lot of fun. We listened to some cool things. A
So
lot of
shout
stuff
out
you
to
were
the other
playing.
Nate, in the.
We had a Nate replacing Nate.
Yeah, that's
Nate-
We
kinda-
didn't have anybody replace
Nate Levine's
Kai.
a great guitarist, though.
Yeah, and he's a really nice guy. So
Super
shout
nice.
out to Nate. Thanks for doing that. But yeah, you can check out our reacts on YouTube as well, and all these jams that we do. We put them up on YouTube, and we put them on Bandcamp, and pretty soon Spotify and Apple Music, all the streaming stuff. So check that out, guys. Please go on Bandcamp and support us by purchasing one of these EPs.
Yeah.
Or subscribe to our Twitch.
Yeah.
That's a big thing now.
I
so.
like the subscriptions. I like the subscribers.
We've seen some subscribers, but we have like 2 or 3 or something.
Yeah, I actually
4.
I found this thing where you can use Grubhub to look up local restaurants and
Oh.
then put like exact meal orders from those restaurants, and then people watching can pay for your dinner.
That's hilarious.
So,
What? Cool.
like, so for
Wow.
example, we would go to like a restaurant and put in like whatever we would want, and then that's like an item that they can pick. Like we preset the different things they can get.
That's
That's
actually
pretty
really cool.
And
Wow.
if someone buys it, we don't have to use it now. Like we can wait until the next time. So it's kind of like a way that they can buy us dinner. It's gonna be really
Never
fun.
heard of that. That's
And
interesting.
and that's through Twitch?
No, let's do another program that I don't remember the name of at the moment.
That's insane.
Very cool.
I kind of set it up
E-Grub.
yesterday. Yeah, I set it up yesterday, and I just kind of like got like 4 cheeseburgers from this one place, and I just kind of did it just to mess around. But we should definitely put it on all our profiles. I think it would be funny.
That'd be so cool.
And we have an affinity for food on this program, right?
Yeah, we did. I'm so hungry.
It's a Nate snack attack.
Candy.
It's a Nate snack attack.
Tasty.
It's a Nate snack attack.
My tummy hurts.
Oh no.
It's a Nate snack attack.
All right,
Yeah.
against the snack time.
Snake knock knock knock.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, Nate, before you do every chip, you should do like, hey, guys, welcome to Nate's Snack Attack, and then do the chip. That way when
Yeah, sure. So we can cut it up later. Yep.
Prompt it
I
up.
will. I'll introduce all the chips. We're gonna get there. And Megan, if you can hear me, it's ice cream time. Whatever that means. So
Horns.
try to help us out. All right. So we've got hot stuff today, and eventually we're gonna do the hot ones challenge. We're gonna do the hot chip challenge and stuff like that. But this is just to test if these chips are hot. Okay. So
spicy?
we're gonna see which ones are hot, which ones are not.
my butt.
We don't know.
I see a bag of Takis in there already, so
Let me just take them all out so I can remember what I got because there's a bunch. We're gonna try them. We're not gonna dwell too long on them, and then we have some because they're spicy. So, and we have some ice cream coming to cool us off at the end.
yeah.
So the bro said, laugh out loud, Mike's safe words, it's ice cream time.
It's ice cream time.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Wink, wink.
Hey, Mike, it's ice cream time. You know what to do, and I just bust out like the leather whips. I'm like, let's get to that ice
It's
cream.
ice cream time.
All right, guys. Welcome to Nate's Snack Attack. First up, we've got Ruffles, cheddar, and flamin' hot cheddar and sour cream.
Yeah, look at that, LeBron.
And so they had a flamin' hot barbecue, which was really good.
Oh, I
and
bet you that was good, yeah.
now they have LeBron's flamin' hot cheddar sour cream. So let's check it out, boys. Yeah, here we go. Nate Snack Attack reacts. And look how red this chip is. It's pretty
Covered.
Like the flamin' hot stuff is usually pretty red. We're gonna pass this around.
It has to give you the illusion of actually being hot.
Yeah, I mean it is hot.
I'm going to make a prediction. It's not hot.
It's probably not that hot.
Because
but
I don't
think
see Lay's producing a really, really spicy,
The sour
blow
cream-
your
I don't
face
know.
off thing.
The sour cream cools it down.
This is awesome.
we got to check it out. Here we go.
The sour cream cools it down.
I really like it.
That means it's probably extra specially good.
It's
if
not
Mike
really
likes
that
it.
spicy, but it's yummy.
Cheddar and
see
sour cream. All right, let's give this.
Mmm. Yeah. So, Lay's has done it again. Ruffles actually sent me a shoe box one time that had the other Flamin' Hot barbecue ones in them.
Super good.
These are just as good as the Flamin' Hot barbecue. We're gonna score them
By
as
heat-
we go.
Are we going to score them by heat and taste?
Yeah. So we're gonna do a 1 out of 5 for the heat
Okay.
and 1 out of 10 for the taste. So I'm gonna give these an 8.9 out of 10
For
Like-
taste.
for taste. I'm gonna give them a 2.5 out of I don't even know.
One.
One.
Yeah, like a 1. Yeah,
1 to 2
I've
for
never
me.
done a spicy levels, so
I
I
just
think
don't-
I'd give it a 1.
It's to me, it seems like Lay's like the family fun, right? The family chip. They're not going to put something too spicy out there and make Junior cry.
Yeah, this is like, you know, like when you're at the pool and you get out after a long day and you have like a deli sandwich, like a turkey sandwich, and
Right.
you eat that.
With
And they
these on
give,
the side,
like-
yeah.
These are great.
They could give like the little one of the chips, and he'd act like it's really spicy.
And you're like, oh,
Everybody
Justin.
like laughing at him,
Mason.
but it's
Justin
not spicy.
Lin.
All right, we're gonna keep with the Lay's and go flaming hot, kettle cooked. So, welcome to Nate's Snack Attack. Here's the Lay's kettle cooked flaming hot, which I love a good kettle cooked chip. On the back it says crunch. We're gonna see how that is. The crunch factor is there.
I li-
Sorry, go ahead.
I liked kettle chips before they were a thing when it was just Cape Cod.
Cape Cod, yeah.
It was just Cape Cod.
by themselves.
They were the only
So,
one in
Mike,
that
you were
game.
on the ground floor of kettle chips. I love it.
Mike was waiting by the kettle.
These are just as red because they're like flaming hot. I feel like flaming hot just has a red color to it.
Listen to that crunch.
This is less spicy than the other one. Or maybe I'm just
I'll
used
put
to
some
it.
down here.
Flamin' Hot's about volume. They don't
It's
want
the
to.
same seasoning.
Yeah, they don't want to.
Ooh, you know what though? At the end of this, it's like you don't get the sour cream like you got from the other one, and you can get that like pungent flaming hot flavor all the way through, which I like.
Not as flavorful as the other one, but still
They are,
pretty good.
they are crunchy.
Yeah, very crunchy.
At the very end, I get that like lime.
Oops.
No.
There's something,
Yeah.
but still a 1 on the spicy scale.
Less on the flavor.
Is that the same company that makes
Yeah.
those two?
Yeah, so Lay's makes Ruffles, I believe.
Flamin'
It's by
Hot.
Frito Lay's. That's the company.
I'm gonna give it.
Flamin' Hot. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna give it definitely 1 on the spicy,
Yeah.
or even negative, and then taste. I'm gonna give it like a 4.
I'd give it like I'd give the other one like a 7.9, and then I'd give this one like a
Yeah.
3, 4.
Yeah, flavor wise, it's like 5. for me.
I don't
I'm
even taste
closer
anything.
to a 5.8. So I was
Oh.
at 8.9. I like it. I mean, like if I got this and it was out on the table and people were not, noshing on them, they would like it. I think everybody would like it.
Oh.
It needs a dip, though. I think, or
That's a good dipping chip.
Yeah.
for
It might be
sure.
good with some
Both,
even
I
with
think.
some guacamole.
yeah,
You need something to make it not taste like that.
cool it off a little bit. But it's not hot, but it's like the flavor is just pungent. Okay.
It doesn't taste bad. It tastes okay. It's just like eating like a potato chip with a little bit of spice on it.
Now we're moving over to the Takis spectrum of things. Sorry. I gotta introduce all these properly, and I'm still working on it. So, welcome to Nate's Snacks Snack Attack. We've got Takis Nitro.
Ooh.
Battery acid.
Are those
my
the chili lime? Chili lime?
Yeah, so they have like different ones. There's like Fuego. They have a blue one called Blue Heat. They have Crunchy Fajita, and these are Nitro. I thought that sounded spicy, so here we go.
Kind of reminds me of when we did the meat stick, the Taki meat stick that was a chili lime. Maybe it'll taste somewhat similar.
Bury the meat stick time.
It's gonna be battery acid time.
Yeah, if you ever played Crash Bandicoot, because Nitro was the thing that, like, if you even touched it, it was like an instant kill.
Wasn't it?
It's gonna be like that with that instant bathroom.
Let's see.
Red.
Or as
We've got-
EJ says, instant toilet.
Toilets.
We've got red foods.
Extremely strong lime flavor.
Very dark. It kind of looks like
Wow.
it's kind of noodle.
Oh my god! You put 3 in your mouth at the same time. There's an explosion.
It's like you take like a whole lime and bite
I like
into
the
it.
lime. I'm about it. It's actually not that hot.
yeah, it's just kind of like piquant is what you would call it, because it's like got the citrus, the acid,
Yeah.
some spice. I mean, I think some people would find this hot, or I think some
Oh,
people
yeah.
would find
I
all
think
3
it
of
was,
these hot.
I think it was the hottest one we tried so far. This one right now.
I like the lime. It's good.
I can't tell if it's the hottest thing we tried or if it's just accumulating.
Combination.
yeah.
But that
Someone
lime,
said my nephews like Takis. I like Takis.
it was Rachel CR
Thank you, Rachel.
1918.
Nice
So, I would give this actually a very high score on the taste. Like, it's not something I can eat all the time, but I'll
it's
tell you
very
what.
strong.
I'll tell you what. If I'm feeling that type of way, I need something real strong, spicy, chili, lime. That's at the top of the list.
More.
I'm gonna give that also an 8.9. I think it's on the par of the Ruffles sour cream and or what was it? Sour cream and cheddar and sour cream. Sorry, Takis 8.9 again for me. Spice level creeping up into the 2s. Not quite though. Like 1.5.
I would give it 2.5 for spice.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think it would
it's-
definitely was
I'm
the
not sure if
spicy
it's, like it
side.
says, not sure if it's accumulating.
Yeah, it might be.
If you eat 3 of those sticks at a time, it's nitro dynamite in your mouth, but not in a bad way.
Right.
And I think that Takis, there's a lot of trends where people are like breaking them up and crusting things with them, kind of like Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Right.
And I'm not mad at that, so keep doing that, y'all. I want you to make me a Takis quesadilla.
I think
sounds
you could
kinda
do
good.
what about a Takis encrusted like chicken breast in the oven?
Yeah,
Oh,
or
that's
fish.
a great idea.
I would try that. That sounds great.
A little bit of cheese in the middle.
Yeah, with a cilantro sauce of some kind,
Yeah.
you
There
know,
you go.
something to like offset that, some herbaceousness.
With the
All
lime,
right,
that'd be
what do you
great.
guys give? Did everybody give their scores? Let's keep
No.
going.
I think it's what was it out of 10 for taste, right?
Yeah.
So I'll give it a 6.7.
Okay.
It's up there. It was pretty good. I like the lime. It was really nice. Spice, I still don't really know. I think it might be spicy. I'll give it a 2.5.
Yeah. How about you, Mike?
2.5 spicy. I didn't like the lime. I give it like a 4.
Okay.
See, we've all got different tastes, you know. Did you go? Sorry, I missed it.
Oh, you good?
It's my mustache is getting kind of like moist now
Singed.
from sweat. Yeah, it's like I'm getting singed by Nitro Takis.
So moist.
But I still wouldn't call it extremely hot. We're not there yet. Okay. Welcome to Nate's Snacks Snack Attack. We're going to review fire roasted sweet corn, fiery hot popcorn by Hares.
Have you guys
Or
ever
hers.
had the sweet corn before by them?
No.
I think I had it once, and it's very like kind of artificial flavor, but it's good.
It's
like
good.
it's like
I like
buttery sweet popcorn. Didn't have a complaint. Good things just keep getting hotter, is what it said. Good things just keep getting
Sweet
hotter.
corn.
It's because it's sweet corn. All right. Now your favorite cult classic popcorn has a sidekick. We've added just the right amount of heat to give this already great tasting treat a real kick. We know you heat lovers will enjoy. Ed Hare, Chairman and CEO. Thank you, Ed.
That stuff's gluten-free.
It's gluten free. All right, here we go.
It's by Hers, the underdog.
Is it red? It's red.
It's red. It's red. You can
Yeah,
find
put it
these
red
in a
on
lot of gas stations. I think this was at Wawa.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pass that around. And we've got very red kernels of popcorn.
Hot sweet
course.
corn. I love sweet corn
Oh.
stuff. Sweet corn snacks are like.
I don't know. Remember we had the corn soup, the sweet
Right.
corn soup flavored turtle chips?
I love those.
Those are really good.
You're right. That's what it reminds me of.
But I don't think it works as well with the popcorn.
Exactly.
Which is weird because it's like corn, so you'd think it'd be better. But it's giving me that artificial thing that I mentioned earlier, where it tastes like too much like what it's supposed to taste like.
I
if that
tried
makes
the.
sense.
Is it hers or hers or hars?
Hares, I think.
Hares. I tried their sweet corn potato chip that they just came out with, and
Yeah.
it would taste exactly the same.
It's actually the H and the R are silent, so it's pronounced E.
They're not bad, but I didn't like them I don't like them as much as I thought I would.
I just can't tell when would be a good situation to eat that.
Yeah, because you're like at a movie theater or watching a movie. I don't think spicy popcorn is like the move because you get on your hands, you might wipe your eyes because you're watching Titanic, you're crying, you're getting you get to the scene where she's laying naked, you're horny, you go for a little something, you got this like heat all over your fingers.
I'm not going to go to the movies with you.
I'm talking about in the comfort of my own home, man. You don't know. No, I'm
You
just
said the
kidding.
movie theater.
Come on, man.
You're getting drawn like one of those French girls.
Yeah, I'm getting drawn like by one of those French girls, and I've got just red popcorn seasoning all over my hands.
red dust.
I'm gonna give it a pretty low flavor score. I think it's like in the 4s, and that's being generous. It's like 4.2.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's not bad. It's just not what I want, and I don't really like popcorn all that much. Like there's some brands I like because it doesn't get all stuck in my teeth, but like popcorn just has a tooth factor that I don't like.
It's a big
it's
hit
in
or
your
miss.
teeth.
Because a lot of the times when you have popcorn, it's like has the sugar covering on it, and that kind of helps hold it together, so it's not like splintering like right in between your gum line.
Or I think certain popcorn companies like do it a certain way, like have a certain process where it pops and you don't get as much of the kernel.
Yeah.
It's like a perfectly round popped popcorn
Right.
that doesn't have a lot of that husk.
Those
you
are
know?
the kind that come in the big tins of popcorn. When you have like the big tins and they have like the cheddar, the white cheddar,
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
the caramel corn, and the
All right.
peanut
Can you do
mix.
Can you do the carnival like accent you do? Like, hey guys, we're going to take the. Can you do that?
The carny
I
voice.
can.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say?
No, talk about the popcorn and how you
No.
can get popcorn, right?
That's too late. You can't make me do that.
Okay.
Has
Just
to be
don't get it
spur
in
of
your
the moment.
mother's eye.
Yeah, like we're gonna be getting these popcorn like the shoes on your. I don't know.
I've never heard DJ do that before.
Have you ever had real popcorn, kids?
It's actually the aristocrat talk from the early 1900s.
Yeah. This is that real stuff, kid. You'll never go back home after eating this. You'll be on the road, a hobo with no place to go.
It has to come to me.
I think EJ's is probably better than me.
It has to
But,
come
you
to
know,
me.
it's
DJ's
like-
very good at voices, so I believe it.
It's like, this is a full meal, folks. All your nutrients in one kernel. Step
can't do
right up.
I love it.
I've been put on the spot. I can't do it. I can't think of anything to say.
It'll come naturally to you.
All right, EJ and I are going to go take an improv class, and we'll be right back. All right, so now we're going to keep it going with Hares. Welcome to Nate's Snacks Snack Attack. We've got more Hares, chips, Ghost Pepper, hot. It says hot, so it has a little scale there. It says hot. Ghost Pepper is like a big claim, I feel like, when you say something has Ghost Pepper. It says on the back, it's got some stuff. It says, a little heat is nothing to be scared of. The Ghost Pepper, which is Boot Jolokia, was the first pepper to ever break 1 million Scoville heat units, which is how you measure spiciness. Originating from Northeast India, it's now used in everything from hot pepper eating contests to just spicing up your favorite foods. If you like it hot, you won't be disappointed, says Ed Hare, chairman and CEO.
Ed has a lot to say.
I like that.
Does Ed talk on the back of every package?
Yeah. I think he says something, and I think that's a nice touch. Like, Jack and Jill need to learn something.
Well, they need to get the fart guy out of there. The guy that puts the farts in the bag before they seal them. Because theirs stinks.
All right, so we're going to try these Hares Ghost Pepper hot chips. They're ridged. They look pretty good. Not as much of a fan of Hares ridged chips as I am of Ruffles.
They don't have any of the
have
seasoning on it. The
Very
red.
wide, rich. I thought this would be red, but
Me
it's
too.
like it's got some little green something in it.
Does it smell spicy?
No.
Just smells like peppers.
Interesting.
Yummy.
It's good. You like it?
Yummy to my Tommy.
It's spicy.
Okay.
It's got a good barbecue.
It's building. It's building.
Which that's what ghost peppers do when you eat them.
Yeah. We're in the rising action, and I'm just waiting for that climax.
Oh yeah, that tastes really good.
Okay.
It's very subtle, but the heat's coming for sure. You guys feel it yet?
Do you feel it?
I mean, yes. It's definitely It lingers more than the others. If you really take a second, it's like little daggers on your tongue. I think that on a spice level, I think we're creeping more up to 2.5. It's really like half as spicy as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But
It's not that spicy.
It's not that spicy.
I think we just like spicy stuff. But I think if somebody was just looking for something tame and you gave them that, they'd be like, "What the hell, man?"
That's good to eat
What are you
with a
doing to me?
sandwich.
I like the flavor of it. It's good.
Yeah, the flavor's good.
The flavors, it's weird because it's like supposed to be spicy, but I'm getting a creaminess too.
Creamy.
I'm getting barbecue.
Or like some kind of like, I don't know. Yeah. It definitely lingers more than the others. I'm giving it a 2.5 on the spice scale. I'm giving it an 8.5 on the flavor scale.
Bam.
Wow.
Bam.
No, I'm going to give this 6 on the flavor. And 2 on the heat. Kind of disappointing. I thought the Takis were hotter.
I like the
Me
flavor
too.
of it, but there isn't a lot of it, so it's kind of like a bland.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
agree that the Takis were hotter. I think if you ate a handful of these and let it and sit it out, and you hadn't had the Takis before, I don't know. But maybe I'm wrong. I mean, it's
It's
all
not that-
subjective.
It's like a 2
Try a
for me on
Taki
spice.
real quick. Just see what it does to you. Because the ghost pepper chips kind of taste to me like some chips with a bunch of pepper on them. Not like like ground pepper.
I don't necessarily think the Takis are spicier. I just think they're more flavorful. But that's just me.
Okay.
Maybe. The Takis did make me sweat. I think that
Gonna make you sweat.
I'm gonna actually pull it back. I'm gonna say that they're both on the 2 on the spicy scale. I said 2.5. I don't want to lose my credit over here.
What does Pluto
'Cause
think?
I'm trying to say it like it is. Takis have a little bit of the edge on them. I do agree. All right, what do you guys say?
I mean, I thought that it was a subpar barbecue chip, but it wasn't bad. It just like I wish it had more flavor, like Kai said. It was a good
We're talking
spiciness
about-
to me.
These.
Yeah, it was a good spiciness to me. I enjoyed it. It wasn't bad.
Don't hit the nitro box. Oh, from Crash. Thank you, Skyland. Love it. Yeah. What about you? Or did you say?
Yeah, it was a flavor scale. I like the flavor because it is a unique barbecue kind of flavor, but it's not strong. It's kind of like lightly coated. So I'd say on the flavor scale, I think it's 5 or 6. And then the spice, it's like a 1.8.
Okay.
yeah, I get nothing.
Nothing. You don't like it?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I just don't. They disappointed me.
All right.
You want me to do it really bad? I gotta do it.
I'm
I gotta
actually
have it
sweating
just
over
come
here.
to
I
me.
think it is the Takis that make me sweat.
It's the Takis, folks.
Come get your Takis,
Taki.
2 for $7.
Taki for your mommy.
A Taki for mommy, a Taki for daddy. Come get your Takis and we'll all be happy. Thank you. Okay. The guy from Takis is like, it'll blow your butthole out, you know? Like they're proud of that, I feel like. I mean, they have to be. Okay, welcome to Nate Snack Snack Attack. We are going to try the Hare's Carolina Reaper. What are they called? Cheese curls. Carolina Reaper cheese curls, extra hot. It claims extra hot.
So what did the other bag say? It just said hot,
Said
right?
hot. This is extra hot, and the arrow's all the way up. It's all the way up on the scale. So they better the meter. They better bring this shit. It says when it comes to heat, it is off the chart. The Carolina Reaper is currently the hottest pepper around, boasting over 1.5 million Scoville heat units. This mighty pepper sets the standard for hot. Hare's has accepted this flavor challenge by combining the heat of the Carolina Reaper pepper with the savory goodness of the classic cheese curl to bring you the hottest snack item we've ever made.
Ooh, that's a big
I
one.
guarantee that you hotheads will not be disappointed. The rest of you, well, you've been warned. Ed Hare, Chairman and CEO.
Ed E.
And I hope I'm saying his name right.
I always
Ed
want to
Hare.
buy them now just to have a connection with Ed.
Yeah. Like, we should have Ed on the show, I think.
Ed, if you're hearing this, you should join us.
Come on the show. Fly in with your
Experimental snacks.
Carolina Reaper jet and your ketchup chips. Which, by the way, I like the Hare's ketchup chips. Have you ever seen those? That's like one of my
That
favorites.
was
Never
big
had
when I
them.
was in elementary school.
They're really addictive. Okay, I'm like hiccuping over here from just the Takis over there. Carolina Reaper cheese curls, are they hot? We're gonna find it out on Nate Snack's Snack Attack.
And this is the hottest thing hers makes.
I'm gonna grab 3. It's a safe. But I thought they'd be redder. Mike, here you go.
The Brosit rang in, said, Air spicy cheddar puff things give me goosebumps. Ooh,
They smell good.
the goosebumps.
Yeah, it smells like aged cheddar cheese.
All right.
I like the texture.
These are yummy. I like it a lot.
Anybody?
It's pretty much a cheese curl with spicy.
Waiting for it.
girls.
It's pretty spicy.
I like how the cheese curl disappears in your mouth, how it like disintegrates.
Yeah, it doesn't get in your teeth.
Oh, it does get in your teeth.
A little bit,
A little bit, you're right.
but not bad. And I love cheese curls. Like
Yeah.
they make a jalapeno popper one that's out of this world, but
No.
I'm not feeling the heat yet.
I feel a little bit.
I can feel it. I had 3. I think you'd have to eat a handful of these to really get the full Reaper
I'm gonna get 3 more and then I'll
experience.
pass it, so that way you guys can get that heat to build up.
I think it's starting to. I'm feeling it in my face. Like it's like kind of like one of those cartoons where your head's like becomes a thermometer that busts. I'm certain. I'm getting that from these more than anything. Maybe the Takis and then these.
Do you want any more, EJ?
No, I'm good.
All right, Megan. If Megan's outside, hopefully we can get something going with some ice cream.
Megan! Oh, what is she supposed to do? Is she like bringing bowls and stuff?
I really like the flavor of
I
those a
guess
lot. Those are good.
She said she was going to bring something in, but we might have to do it.
All right, what do you think, Nate? Oh, I'm feeling the spice on that now after eating 6.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm feeling that heat.
Oh my god. I just had like 2 that like just actually fucked me up a little bit. Okay. You can see like I'm a little wet under my glasses here.
He's wet.
I'm moist, folks.
Very moist.
Okay. I'm trying to ride it out and not drink anything, but it's hard to talk. I'm gonna give that 3.5 out of the spice scale.
Dang.
It's hitting me. It's not a full 5. It's doable, but it's definitely somewhere near 4. And luckily, we've got some ice cream on the way. So,
Oh, you're so amazing, Megan.
Thanks,
We love
Megan.
you.
woo!
What would you say on the flavor scale, Nate?
One for myself.
Thank you, Megan. We're gonna. Whew. Okay, that 3.5 out of 5 spicy though. I'm like, my nose is running like, and I can't control it.
What are you thinking flavor-wise?
Flavor, I'm gonna give it a 9.5 9.1
Yeah.
because I mean I think all of these pretty much had a great flavor to me. Like I would buy pretty much all these again. But yeah, okay, Megan, come on in here. Now we cool off the hot. Well, actually, guys, let's go over the your scores. Okay, what do you give the Hare's cheese curls, Mike? Carolina Reaper cheese curls.
I thought that was the second best thing that we had. I liked it. I'd give it like a 6. And on the spicy, it's probably like a 2.6 or 7.
You're tough. You're a tough
Yeah.
critic.
Yeah.
I think I'd give it way higher than this. Oh, I gave it a 9.1. But yeah, what about you?
Gave it a
EJ?
9.1, so you better
Flavor.
have like a stash of it in your house. All
I
the
mean,
time.
like I would buy it again in a heartbeat. I don't know if I'd eat it all the time. All right, we're just gonna cut to the chase. This is Nate Snacks Snack Attack. We've got Turkey Hills mystery ice cream flavor. So we're gonna try to guess what that is. I don't know what it is. I haven't looked it up. It looks like it's got some blueberry swirl in it, something. Let's test it out. Turkey Hills mystery flavor ice cream to cool off this heat.
tastes like blueberry pie.
Blueberry pancake.
Oh yeah. I taste the maple. Taste the maple syrup, right?
Megan got it like right away.
Megan said blueberry pancake.
I'm sorry, I could be wrong.
I think you're right, Megan.
Right.
Yeah.
I think you're right because I taste the syrup and like the pancake
Yeah, it's
batter.
really
kind of,
good.
yeah.
Breakfasty.
Those are really good. This is really good.
Oh yeah.
10 out of 10. I like it a lot.
Did we really finally get a 10 out of 10 out of EJ? I love that.
Yeah, this is yummy.
That's good.
Spice level 0, but 10 out of 10.
Yeah, spice level 0.
Tengu Omen was asking what we ate today because I guess he just arrived.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, what's up, Evan?
So we just got through our snack perils of the hot and spicy chips, but the spiciest one to me was the Reaper cheese curls.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, luckily Megan brought us this delicious blueberry pancake ice cream. We're guessing it is. It's a mystery flavor by Turkey Hill. It's in like a white container.
It actually almost tastes like it. Is that maple syrup or is that honey?
It's maple syrup. Yeah,
Maple syrup?
Yeah, I can definitely
Yeah, I
tell.
think it's maple, but it's like it's like a hint of it. It's
Subtle,
not
yeah.
terrible.
I think it's good.
I know Skylin wouldn't like it. She doesn't like maple, but I'll eat all of it.
If it had little pieces of stuff in it, I think it would be perfect.
Like sausage?
Yeah,
No, like some graham cracker kind of.
exactly. A graham cracker crust kind of thing would be perfect.
Here.
Sausage might not be bad.
Sausage.
Thank
like
you, Megan.
you could make an ice cream sandwich, put breakfast sausage on
you
it.
know how you eat like pancakes? You got sausage or bacon on the side?
It's perfect.
A little salty, sweet.
Megan,
Maybe bacon.
you're such a doll for helping us out with that.
Thank you, Megan.
Everybody say thanks to Megan in the chat if you
We love you.
you
Thank
got
you,
it.
Megan.
All right, so that was it for Nate Snack Attack. That was a nice long one. We had some spicy stuff.
That was good.
We had some ice cream. I mean, this is not a bad way to spend our Tuesday evening, guys. I don't mind it at all. In the chat, let us know what your favorite ice cream is, or what your favorite spicy snack is as well. Even after the ice cream, I'm still feeling that last one, like right in my nose. You're going after it again.
Those are the best
Jeez,
cheese
God.
curls I think I've ever had.
I literally have the prettiest girlfriend like in the whole universe.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, she's got a great face for podcasting. It's amazing.
Oh, God.
Gotta get on this sometime.
Yeah. We'll have Megan back on eventually. Thank you, Megan.
I like how
Thank you,
she's
Megan.
just like a mystery.
Let's go, baby. Turkey Hill, thank you for the mystery flavor ice cream.
Yeah.
It wasn't that hard to guess it. We're gonna have to look it up. Here, let's look it up
Tastes
and see
really
if they
good.
have it online.
They should make it a regular flavor. So much I liked it.
Yeah, I mean blueberry pancake ice cream. Nothing wrong with that. Turkey Hill mystery flavor. Let's see what people say. Turkey Hill mystery flavor. Drum roll, please. blueberry pancake.
There you go.
We
Megan
got it.
literally
Megan got it so
called
quick.
it.
Megan got
I think
it.
I would have said it if Megan didn't say it. Megan said it the quickest. She wins. Congratulations, Megan. You win many more hours of our company.
And a bunch of hot, spicy stuff.
That's probably
Yeah.
what we need.
We'll give you some spicy snacks after the show. Yeah, check it out. They've got the picture of the blueberry pancakes next to it on their site.
That's so cool.
Case closed.
Wow.
Megan the Sleuth.
All right. Thank you.
We want to thank, that was a great Nate snack attack. And I also want to thank EJ Toudt for being here, Mr. Kai Tomas, Nate Sachs, and I'm Mike Mahgerefteh. We're so happy to be here on this episode of Galaxy Jams. If you're just watching, please be sure to stick around for some amazing music, but also check out our Facebook. That's the best way to get in contact with us, is to join our fan club. Go on to facebook.com and type in Galaxy Jams Fan Club, or go on our Facebook page and look on the pinned post. That's how you can get in contact with us, and you get exclusive music and first look at things and stuff like that. Also, be sure to give us a subscribe onto YouTube. We're a pretty prolific channel for such a short amount of time that we've been doing this. Check out all of our reactions and stuff like that. And then be sure to be here Sunday at 3:30 p.m. while me and EJ and some special guests listen to some music and react and talk about it.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. We always like doing that. It's very
Yeah.
cool. Just hang out.
Yeah, so excited to get back into some music. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
right, everybody. Whew. So, that's the show.
That seems like it was so short.
We have one more jam, right?
Do we have one more?
No, I think that was
No,
it.
That was 4?
yeah.
No way.
Time went by.
Yeah.
Wait, was that 4?
I don't think so.
Was it?
That was 3.
I'm not counting 4 on that.
Oh, I thought it was the end.
No.
Oh, because then we did the snack thing early.
We did the
Oh,
snack
maybe.
thing a little earlier than usual.
I was
maybe,
counting
maybe.
it by the snack thing.
No, we've only done 3 jams.
Oh, well, cool.
We got one more thing to talk about,
Sure.
and then one more jam. You made me I was like, that was fast.
I can't. Yeah, that's crazy. It's
Because
like
usually we
Twilight Zone.
go 8 to 11, and it's 10:40. So why don't we talk about a couple of things?
Let's do it.
I want to talk about who was the first person that you played music with, and or the first instructor, maybe a person that's really musically. Let's do it this way. You pick a person that was from your life that was very musically influencing your life, and then a person that maybe was an artist that influenced you the most.
cool. Yeah.
So probably the artist that influenced me the most was Steve I, because when I remember it was before my bar mitzvah, so I was 12 maybe or 11. My friend Eric gave me the CD called Alien Love Secrets by Steve I. And the CD I bought before that was In Sync. You know what I mean? And then he showed me this, and it was oh my God, the drummer and him, and it really taught me, I wanted to be, to play aggressively and to do all this complicated stuff. And I remember at my bar mitzvah, I gave the DJ the CD, and he started playing the CD, and then a minute and a half into it, he stopped it. Was yeah, this isn't, and then I was it's my party. You know what I mean? You're gonna play that.
You're gonna play fucking Steve Vai at my bar mitzvah,
so he
man.
played one song, and me and my friend Eric were in the front headbanging, and everyone else is kind of getting tuna fish or whatever you do. You know what I mean? And so
What kind of music is usually played at a bar mitzvah?
usually it was
Regular
to the
dance
windows, to the wall, 12-year-old grinding music, music that
That's still played.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
it's
music
like
that
bar
fits
Yin
mitzvahs
Yang
now.
Twins.
music Who Let the Dogs Out, or, a classic.
Oh, okay. So wedding stuff.
When my cousins had their bar and bat mitzvah,
Right.
I was a little kid, and this was I guess still in the 90s, and the songs back then were Breakfast at Tiffany's, and
Okay.
the Macarena and stuff like that,
Right.
or Fastball, what was that song? Anyone can see the road that they walk on.
Oh my God!
You know,
dude,
I
yeah.
played that song.
Or
Who Let the Dogs Out?
oh yeah, we played that song at
Who
that
Let
New
the
Year's
Dogs
thing.
Out. That was played so much when it
Yeah.
came out. Oh my
I hated
God.
And then
that
I
song.
remember we used to go to these
bad.
we used to go to these pool parties at the JCC, and it would always be the same stuff, Who Let the Dogs Out, I don't know, Smash Mouth, All Star. There was eras of music when we were growing up that we got exposed to, and yeah, I remember when I had my bar mitzvah, my cousins were appalled because it was a bunch of 12, 13, 14-year-olds grinding, actually grinding, and my
God.
cousin's oh my God, because she was maybe close to 20 by then, and just pointing at us
Kids these
"What the hell?"
days.
Yeah, she was at mine we were listening to Alanis Morissette, and at mine we were listening to Notorious B.I.G. or
Right.
we had some hip hop hits on deck. So what about you, EJ? What's your
I did not have a bar mitzvah.
No.
We can change that.
That went off the rails. Actually, we should have a bar mitzvah for EJ and Kai, I think, where they
Honorary.
an honorary bar mitzvah. That would be funny.
You're a man
and
now.
you got to get circumcised too.
Yeah.
I thought that was
All right,
bris or
well,
something.
we gotta go do
A
that.
bris is circumcision,
Yeah,
yeah.
see,
but
I know at least that.
there are people though that
Can't
end
fool
up
me, Mike.
they end up getting an adult circumcision because they change
No.
their religion
Ooh,
and
no. Ow.
they go in and get the little snip snip.
Yeah. Well, I actually use my teeth, so.
Oh my God.
No, what I was asking.
It's like opening a ketchup packet.
Ew.
Twitch has just pulled the plug. Just
Yeah. I remember at I think my cousins the Moyle, who was the rabbi that snips does the circumcision.
Right.
He accidentally like nicked my cousin Eli, and somebody was like, "We've got a bleeder."
Oh my God.
You know? And everybody's like, "Oh my God, oh no!" And they like, I don't know. It's a different thing. Religion is like you give your kid over to the priest or the rabbi to do whatever the hell, you know, and it's just kind of weird now that I look at it.
Bizarre,
I don't,
Yeah.
but. That might be another episode conversation. like next episode is the band gets adult circumcised.
Oh no.
That'd be great. No, but what I was asking was
Yes.
your influence or a teacher maybe, and then like musical influence.
Well, growing up, I was always influenced because my brother, he had a master's in music, which I think I talked about that before. But so him, the Beatles, you know, because he basically put headphones on me when I was like an infant with the Beatles and Yes and stuff like that. And then, but I had a guitar teacher who cannot remember his name right now. Man, this is a long time ago. Who taught me stuff, and I remember the first song I ever learned how to play on guitar, which is "Photographed" by Def Leppard. That was my first song I ever played on guitar.
I don't know if I know that Def Leppard one.
Can I cut in for a second? I
Sure.
just remembered that before Steve, because the same guy taught me and Nate at some point, not together, right?
Not together, but
Together.
Yeah.
But before that, I used to go to the Academy of Music,
Right.
and the guy that taught me drums, his name was Ronald McDonald.
Oh no. Oh
True
my God.
story.
Really?
Nice.
Surprise.
What were we saying, EJ? You had a guitar teacher.
I had a guitar teacher, and I remember he played like a blue Kramer guitar.
We just got a bunch of Kramers in at
They
Guitar
still
Center.
make them, huh?
Yeah, they still make. Well,
I remember his was like really great action on it.
Yeah, they're nice for like a little kind of fake Strat.
I had my first
situation.
guitar was a Fender Squire Bullet. Mm-hmm. I still have it, and I played through a keyboard amp with one pedal. That's what I learned. But anyway, so Def Leppard, you know, I mean, they were influential in me when I was a little kid. And, but you know, I guess really is the Beatles and Yes, and my brother got me into music. I mean, he played music all the time, so I could try to mimic him. He's like 14 years older than I am, so
Nice.
cool, man.
That always helps when you have somebody that's like,
Right.
you know, has that experience and knows what to show you. That's
Yeah.
cool. For me, that was like my dad, I think, because he always had an affinity for music, like listening to it. He never played it, but he loves music. And I remember like he would have tapes of like Joe Jackson and like the B-52s, Talking Heads, stuff like that. It's kind of pushing the musical envelope. It wasn't just like James Taylor and like, I don't know. He listened to that stuff too, but it was like he liked a little bit more people that took a risk and experimented.
Right. Well, and my brother did kind of the same thing in a way too, because I remember listening to this artist who I do believe he was the first artist to come up with surround sound. It was this Japanese artist back in the 70s named Tomita. I need to find some of that. Maybe we should hear it. But it's it's pretty crazy. I remember the record. It was like a mother of pearl vinyl that my brother had of
Wow.
it. And it was
that sounds
crazy.
cool.
Yeah, you would just put the headphones on and stuff would just be traveling around. And that was, you know, probably one of the first experiments in surround sound, and it was pretty incredible.
Didn't the Flaming Lips come out with an album that had like 4 records that you're supposed to play at the same time
Yes.
on all
Whoa.
sides of the room?
Yeah, I heard
That's
about
crazy.
that. And it was actually a rare record to get. And Flaming Lips also did a record release where they had actual human blood inside the record that was donated by celebrities like Miley Cyrus. And
What?
it's one of the most sought after records on the record market, on the vinyl market. Yeah, it was had human blood in it, kind of controversial.
Why?
But I don't know. They were doing some kind of like they did this thing that was like with Miley Cyrus, and they did this like it was this phase that they went through, and they had a Beatles cover album at that point, and then they had Miley Cyrus on another album, and it was like a weird little chapter. But anyways, I think they were just trying to do something weird.
Yeah.
And something controversial, you know, put some human blood. Like I think Lil Nas X, he was vilified on Twitter and all this stuff because he came out with a Nike shoe that had blood in the soles. Had like a drop of blood in every like
Oh my
like
God,
sole of the
jeez.
shoe.
The
So-
drummer
pretty
from
crazy.
Slipknot came out with like essentially he like mixed his own blood with like ink, and then they dipped it in the sticks in it where you held it,
Right.
and he had his own line where it was like his blood that, you know. And I'm
Yeah, well, I don't know, man. It's like, what are these people doing? They're
I
like,
don't know.
it's
bloody hell.
I'm glad that what was that thing with it was crap. It was the woman that had the candle that smelled like Gwyneth Paltrow. She had a candle that smelled like her vagina. I'm glad she didn't put any
Oh,
of her
no.
blood in that. So
There's this Twitch streamer called Amarath, and she sells like jars with her farts in it.
yeah, I heard about that. Yep. I don't know why we got to that, but here we are.
That
Oh,
was a
God.
bizarre transition.
Yeah, that was like weird. EJ's like, my influences are this, and then
And
it
I'm
was
like, I'm farting in a jar.
we start
I'm
talking about uncircumcised people and farts in jars. It's like,
Yeah, it's-
where are we going? Kai, what was your first like teacher
Yeah.
and then your main musical influence back in the day?
So I had a few that like got me to where I'm at now, but like when I was probably 2 or 3 years old, I watched my uncle play piano and sing, and I immediately was like, I want to do that. My parents enrolled me in piano lessons at 3, and I just started like learning piano. And then I went to the Philippines like when I was like 10, and my cousin, I hated sight reading. I hated, even though I could do it. And he just showed me how to break up chords. He showed me how to break up like a C or something, and I was like, oh, I can actually write songs now and write music. And then at 15, I met Mike, who I'm still singing the band with, and just hanging around him as friends, we just sang all the time. So you end up learning how to harmonize. You end up learning how to shout out to Mike. We would just drive around on Virginia Beach Boulevard and just sing everything. So I became a better singer because of that. And then I would say that a good influence, because I come from like a soul background for singing, but I started branching off into like more rock later on, and I was kind of like having an identity crisis at that point with like, what do I want to sing? I like roughing up my voice a little bit,
Right.
but I have a lot of runs and all that stuff. And it was Ryan Tedder from One Republic, the lead singer of One Republic.
Oh yeah, he's a great songwriter.
He's
and producer.
He's one of like, I guess in 2015 he was like one of the most prolific songwriters.
He was in that Songland show.
Yeah,
Have you seen that?
He wrote a lot of the hits for other musicians and people back in like 2015. But
Yeah.
it was hearing One Republic like when I was, I don't know, like 21, 22, listening to that and hearing like the soulfulness in his voice, the runs he did, but also had that like kind of punk pop kind of sound to his voice. That's exactly what I wanted to emulate. And to
Yeah.
this day, there's not that many people.
Kind
that
of
do
reminds
it.
me of Adam
Levine. From-
Yeah, a little bit like
also a big influence for me. Yeah.
And yeah, actually, funny story about
He's hot.
Yeah, Songland was the show. I heard about it, and then I like made a audition video the first year that it was supposed to come out, and it's on like Vimeo or YouTube. If you look up Nate Sachs stereo audition, and Carla Espino, remember her? Carla?
Yes, I do.
Shout out to Carla. She did a great video shoot and like photo shoot for me, and it turned out great. And then I submitted it, and then they just decided not to do the show that year because they had like all these legal problems come up with the songs, I guess, and they weren't ready to like greenlight it. So my audition just like kind of, went out into the universe, but
The ether.
yeah. And then like a couple years later, they did the show, and I think I missed the memo. But I mean, it was just kind of a funny experience, trying to make an audition tape for a show like that, and I never did it again. But
Huh.
I should probably do it again, maybe.
I think you should.
Yeah,
That'd be
a
good.
lot of the people on that show are like from LA and New York and like the the hub cities of songwriting and production. So I think that's what I have going against me a little bit, but I think I could hold my own on a show like that and meet Ryan. What's his name?
Seacrest.
Ryan Tedder.
Tedder.
Cheddar.
Yeah.
The Tetman. So I guess it's time for me to talk about mine. Basically, my mom played music. My dad loved music. And when I was at Norfolk Collegiate, we had to pick between chorus and band. And I wanted to do chorus, but everybody wanted to do chorus. And so they were like, tough luck. You're in band. Chorus is full. Pick a instrument from this page. And one of the instruments was a saxophone, and my last name is Sax. So sax on sax, and it just made sense. So then I started playing music with my friend Alex Pruitt. I think I talked about that on the show once. And Steve Archer, who taught Mike as well, started teaching me, coming over, teaching me guitar. I was a terrible student, I will say. I was a really bad student. I wouldn't learn anything that he asked me to learn for a while, and then he kind of like woke me up one time and was like, you know, hey man, your mom's paying $20 for me to come over here. You might as well do some work, like honor the whole thing. And I've used that when I've taught kids too. I'm like, your parents are spending their money, you know. And eventually I just started to get it, and then he ended up having me be his camp counselor at Norfolk Academy when he did his music camps. It was School of Rock music camps. So yeah, so that was kind of my big turn into like, I think I can play music pretty well because I can learn it on a dime. You know, I can learn pretty much anything. And I mean, thank God for some of my teachers, like, because just so many times in my life, I thought I was doing good, but I wasn't putting enough effort in, you know? And you need somebody like that to just kind of like tell you, like, hey, man, you can do a lot better than this.
Yeah.
So thank you to all those teachers out there.
Did you ever do chorus at all ever?
No, and funny enough, at ODU, like at the end, people started to figure out that I could sing, and they were like, "Why aren't you in choir? Why aren't you in chorus? Like, we need you. We need you in this stuff." And by then, I was like on the way out, and I'd done mostly big band and jazz combos.
Did you march at all or no?
I did not march.
Okay.
Because I went to governor's school and I couldn't do both. But yeah, I never marched. I wasn't in that kind of setup. But yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of funny that like I ended up being a teacher, and you know I gave so many of my teachers like a run for their money.
Yeah.
Right.
Shout out to all the teachers out there, and then also shout out to everyone in the chat that's watching this. Thank you guys so much for checking us out. We're so happy to be here live from the Starfire Studios. I'm Mike Mahgerefteh. We got Mr. EJ Toudt on the bass. We got Mr. Kai Tomas on the keys. We got Mr. Nate Sax on the guitar and the synthesizer and the snacks.
On the
Thanks for the props on the snacks.
Yeah, no problem.
On the
So
spice.
you guys want to do one more quick one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do a quick one.
All right. Well, thanks again so much. We're going to jam out for you guys, and give us a subscribe or give us a like,
Yes,
and let us know in the
please.
chat that you're there still with us.
nice. That was super creepy at the end. I like
That was
it.
nice and chill.
Very foggy.
All right.
What a good way to end. Now we're ending?
Now
Like,
we're
now
ending.
we're
Now
ending.
we're ending.
Now we're
That
ending.
was the last.
I don't know what I was thinking.
That was the
I
last
got
shit.
thrown off by the snacks,
I
man.
know.
Yeah, we did a long snackaroo earlier.
That was so much fun, you guys. I want to thank each of you three for being here week after week. You know, this is what, the 9th time,
Is
right?
it been already?
It is
it's
it is
good,
episode
man.
9.
Yep. So, you know, I can't wait until we're at episode 50, right? So,
Awesome,
right.
It's episode 9. It's Elon Musk dances to the Galaxy Jam. That's what it's called.
That would be great.
Yeah,
Or
so-
Galaxy Jams buys a Tesla.
Yeah, we want to thank you guys so much for watching us. I want to thank you guys here for being here, and we're so happy. We will see you Sunday at 3:30 for some more music reacts, and then we will be here again Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Message us, interact with us, comment on anything. We see all of it. We want to talk to you. Thanks again so much for sticking with us, guys. We will see you next week, 8 p.m. here at the Starfire Studios for another episode of Galaxy Jams. See you then.
Woof.